Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I'm looking not the best right now, but that's because today I'm probably just gonna do this kind of vlog style because today we're going to like declutter my makeup situation. I just filmed a video, like a what's in my makeup drawer kind of video, switching out some of my everyday makeup for some of the stuff in my Alex drawers, which are back there in our closet. And I realized my Alex drawers are literally overflowing, like they're at capacity. I cannot fit a single other thing in those drawers at all, which means A, I can't like buy any new makeup, which I kind of just did place a ColourPop in an Ulta order. I have new makeup coming that I literally don't have room for in my drawers, and I also just have so much in there that I literally can't access it. Like, I swear I don't know what probably like 80%, or not that I don't know, but I don't remember like 80% of my collection. So I feel like I could go through those drawers and feel like I'm going shopping because I literally don't remember, and it will probably all feel new and really exciting to me. So I have a ton of eyeshadow palettes in multiple drawers that I can't even access because they're just like jigsaw puzzled in there, and I literally can't get one out without like having to undo the whole entire organization system. So I think I need to definitely declutter, probably get rid of some, either like donate them or give them to my sister or my mom, or just get rid of them. And then there's probably some stuff that I just like really want to use that I haven't used in a long time that I would love to just like dig out and play with. So some stuff definitely needs to go, and I think also if I just reorganize it, it will make some more room for other stuff to go into. I think it's just like poorly organized. So that's what we're gonna do. This is probably gonna be like a multi-day process because like I need to go through every single drawer, and there's like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of products. It's just ridiculous. I actually also just filmed a makeup brush cleaning video where I decluttered a bunch of my makeup brushes, like my face and eye brushes. I went through because I have like hundreds. I think I had like 100 and something, 101 makeup brushes in 2 different little containers. So I went through those and got rid of some makeup brushes. So I'm just like slowly trying to like whittle down my collection and just keep stuff that I actually use because I don't do my makeup a ton, as you can tell. But anyway, so now that I'm kind of like really feeling inspired by makeup again, I want to be able to use it and access it, which kind of starts with A, being able to like get into my makeup collection and actually know what's in there, see what's in there, and be able to like get stuff out of there and grab it and use it. So that's kind of what this video is. It's a little bit like rediscovering my makeup collection and shopping my stash, and then also kind of a declutter and a reorganization. It's a lot going on. I'm going to show you all the current situation and we'll just get started. So my Alex drawers are back here in kind of the back part of my closet where I have my mirror, and these are just insanely full. I just keep my jewelry on top of here, but then all the rest of this is pretty much makeup and like nail polish and makeup bags. So like my lip drawer, like, do you see this? Literally cannot fit a single other lip product in here. It is overflowing. There's like really no organization whatsoever, and I feel like I've kind of recently decluttered this like within the last year. And hello, like I did not wear lip products in 2020 because pandemic and masks. So don't know why that's like that. This drawer is not as bad, but it's just kind of like has no sense of organization. This drawer is like foundations and powders and stuff. Again, you can kind of tell like it can just barely close. Clearly need to go through that and organize that. This, again, not so bad. I just don't really know why I have 600,000 lip balms and like chapsticks. So this is not terrible, but still could use some love. This is probably one of the worst drawers in the sense that like it barely opens, and it is again completely maxed out. Like stuff just barely fits in here, and there's like no organization. Like as you can tell, it's just a big cluster. So that's a problem. This drawer, as you can tell, comes out because it's like getting caught on this drawer because this is also so ridiculously full. As you can see, it's barely closing, and again, no organization. Like there's really no rhyme or reason to this drawer. There's some bronzers, there's lip products, there's eyeshadow palettes, there's mascaras, there's like unopened products. This is kind of like my backup pouch. Tons of stuff in there, literally just like thrown in here. Like this is probably one of the worst drawers there is. And then this drawer like looks organized, and this is a lot of eyeshadow palettes. And as you just saw, that drawer open because everything's getting caught. And this, again, like everything fits, but just barely. It can hardly close. And I literally can't even see like what palettes are in here. I can't access any of them. They're just like buried, and if I want to get one out, then I feel like I have a hard time getting palettes back in, and it's just a nightmare, and it makes me not even want to like go in here, but I want to go in here and use my palettes. This drawer is just kind of like makeup bags and just like little travel toiletry bags, a lot of my Ipsy bags and things like that. Again, barely shuts. Everything's like overflowing and sticking out. Do you see what I mean? This drawer down here is not like awful. This is my nail polish, so I just have like my nail polish stickers and nail polish remover and stuff. So this drawer really isn't bad. I mean, it could definitely be organized better, but it's not in the worst shape. That's what we're working with. Like there's every single drawer needs help. Like there's it's just all bad. As you can probably tell, the lighting in here is awful. There's like just like 2 lights in here and obviously no windows or anything, and it's like very shadowed and there's light coming from there. So this is not going to be the easiest thing to film because it's just in this corner, like shoved over here, and there's really not a lot of places for me to put the camera down, and the lighting's not good. So I'm probably just gonna kind of time lapse for a good chunk of this video. Like I'll just get some clips of me like unloading the drawers, taking everything out, kind of organizing it, putting everything back in, and then I'll show you guys like what I decided to get rid of, how I ended up kind of organizing it, and just kind of give you like an overview. I'm not gonna like go through every single drawer one by one and like show you every single product and like show you every single thing that I'm getting rid of and like the thought process, and this video will literally be like 8 hours long. I think I'm gonna speed through a bunch of that stuff, but if y'all are interested in like a makeup collection video or like a makeup collection organization tour or something like that, I can definitely do a video like that because hopefully this will be a lot more organized, so I could show you that and like show you a little bit more in depth like the products that I have. But I want to just kind of like get this done and not have this video be a million hours. So wish me luck, send help. We're gonna get started. Okay, so I'm about to take a little bit of a break. I went through all my eyeshadow palettes and just kind of like reoriented myself with what I had, and then kind of separated them just like by size. So when I go to put them back in, I kind of have a little bit of organization. I also, as you saw, emptied that second drawer, and I kind of just organized this by like a blush palette, and then these are like kind of blush, bronzer, and highlight palettes, and then these are just like mostly all bronzer palettes, and these are highlight palettes. And then I was also going through my like backups. These are basically like brand new unopened product, and like I have a Too Faced Better Than Sex in here. I didn't know that. I have an It Cosmetics Superhero Mascara in here. I didn't know about that. I have this, which is such a throwback. I don't even know if they make this anymore, so I'm not even sure how long I've had this, but this is the Jordana Best Lash Extreme. This used to be like everything. I have that in here. I have a bunch, I just have a bunch of mascara. I have a few like backup of my favorite ColourPop liquid lipsticks because they stopped selling those all the time. This is my favorite setting spray. I have a Tarte Big Ego mascara. I have this Touch in Soul No Pore Blum primer. Like I just have so much stuff. I have this little banana powder. So yeah, I'm actually taking some of this stuff like out of their packaging, and I'm just gonna be getting rid of those just because packaging sometimes just takes up too much space. And then I also pulled out some products that I'm not sure that I'm gonna be keeping, so I'm gonna either try to use them and see how I like them and then decide from there. So yeah, I feel like I've been sitting here for a while and I really only emptied like 2 drawers. Okay, do y'all remember when these like silicone little face sponges were like the hottest new thing for approximately 5 minutes? Did anyone like these? Because I don't think I did. Does anyone still use these? Okay, update time. I'm actually still at it. I still have pretty much all the eyeshadow, like, and kind of face palettes and new stuff just like over here. But these drawers I decided not to like fully empty out, and I actually just kind of like organize them on the spot. I haven't touched the lip drawer, and I honestly don't think I'm gonna go anywhere near that today because this is just overwhelming. So I'm starting from this drawer, and I got this pretty much organized. I have my little like Glossier pink little bubble wrap packages just in the back there that I just keep actually like my stickers in when I get like stickers from random companies. And then I kind of just like organized this stuff. I put basically all like my single eyeshadows, like my Super Shock shadows, some of my like liquid eyeshadows up here. So this is kind of eyes. And then I kind of reorganized this to just be like eye products and lashes. Eyelash curlers are in this bag. I have a couple in there. So that's organized. It all makes sense. It's the same with this one down here. I just finished this one as well. This has like my primers and setting sprays, and then concealers, eyeliners, like not liquid eyeliners up here are like liquid eyeliners. And then this is like just a ton of different like colored pencil eyeliners. And then I finally organized my lip products, organized all my chapsticks into that so they're not like rolling around all over and they're kind of like in their own little area. So I might still play around, but at least I got a couple of these organized. I also did the powders and foundations, and so this is actually looking a lot better. Like there's even like some gaps in between some stuff, so it's just like not overflowing anymore. And when I go to close it, like nothing's about to get stuck in it. I also got my foundations like a lot more organized. Like I kind of put all my darker like summer foundations in the back and then some of my lighter ones up front. This is the only powder that kind of has to be in the foundation area. So basically these 3 drawers are done, which I'm really happy about. The rest of these drawers are still like totally empty because all of this stuff is on the floor here. But what I did end up doing is I pulled some stuff out, either that I want to start using or I want to use up or get rid of. Like I've had these little single individual Urban Decay eyeshadows for literally forever, but they're actually really cute. You kind of like push that button and then they have a little single shadow in there, and they're actually like really pretty shades that I would totally use. But probably like a lot of y'all, I just don't find myself reaching for single eyeshadows very often. I have a magnetic palette that I have some room in, so I might depot these and put those in there and kind of like make a little palette. So I'm going to try doing that. This used to be like my ride or die eyebrow palette, as you can obviously tell, and obviously it's like been used and abused, but I really did like it, and so I figure I might as well just use it up. I hit pan on so much of it that I'm going to try to use this up. I also grabbed a few foundations that are probably like my shade right now that I could also probably use up, as well as this powder. I guess you can almost call this like a little project pan in a way, because it's just some stuff I'm clearly getting low on. And then I took out these Cover FX products just because I'm going to try to use them. I've never really gotten much use out of either of these, but I'm kind of just like rediscovering some products. So some things I'm grabbing to just use up, some things I'm grabbing because I want to use some more. And then I also grabbed some like the travel size of products that I found in my drawer, because I like to keep all my travel makeup together so that when I am like packing for a trip, I can purposely just like reach for this one little bag that I keep all my travel size stuff in, and I can just pick a full face of makeup out of that. And then these are some products I'm probably gonna be getting rid of. This is like a cream highlighter, but as you can tell, this is a really like dark shade that would never work for me for a highlighter. This is also a highlighter, but it's kind of one of those like pink, like whitish pink highlighters that I don't know, I don't think it's that flattering. And also this is just such bulky packaging that I don't have room for that. That's where I'm at right now. I feel like I've made some good progress, but then I look around me and I'm also like, yeah, you still have a lot to do. All right, it's been a couple days since I was last in here and all this makeup is still everywhere. So I need to start getting it back into these drawers and finishing this up. I'm just gonna start kind of finagling this stuff around, and then I'm gonna have to play with it. This is probably gonna take a little while, and I'm trying to let my hair dry. So I will show y'all once I figure something out, because I don't know how long this is gonna take.
It's just too hard to move when you're standing right there. It's just too hard to walk.
Okay, so I actually just got a ton of stuff out of this drawer. I made a whole pile of stuff to throw away. So this drawer is like way dwindled down. Like there's a ton of extra room in here, and it closes super nicely and easily, and I don't think it's gonna open. It doesn't open when I open the drawer above it anymore. Okay, that's really what I wanted. All right, one more drawer down. Okay, this worked out pretty well. The only thing about these freaking Alex drawers, I wish that they rolled out like all the way, because as you can see, like there's quite a bit of drawer that's still back there. But I think what I did made it work. As you saw, I just like rearranged all like the blushes and bronzers and highlighters, and surprisingly, or maybe not surprisingly, I was actually able to get them to fit once I just kind of like slightly more efficiently organize them and puzzle piece them in. So I was actually able to still fit all the little baskets in here, because I kind of really wanted to keep the baskets just because because they're kind of convenient when you want to like move stuff around. So what I ended up doing is, for some reason, I just have a lot of highlighters. I don't know why. So I put the highlighters in front this time, and then I put a couple, these are actually both blush palettes, and then I did more kind of like a highlighter palettes just like stacked up over there, and everything fits like really, really well. The drawer closes perfectly fine, and then this just kind of like squishes in here. Now really the only thing left is the palettes, and that's where I'm concerned. So I have palettes, and then I do have some like face palettes as well, and then the bag of new stuff. So I have both of these huge drawers to divvy all this stuff up in between, so I'm gonna have to get creative. I also don't know if I ever updated y'all, but I was able to depot a bunch of those Urban Decay shadows with very minimal damage. They just don't have magnets on the back of them, which I didn't really think about that. So I have 5 of them just kind of like shoved in here for now until I actually ordered a bigger like magnetic palette. So I'm gonna have to play with this, but that's just what I'm doing for now. So I'm not sure that I'm really accomplishing the goal of making this stuff like super accessible, but I do think that I'm at least making it make a little bit more sense, kind of, hopefully. So I just shoved the like makeup bag of all my like backup or new products just in the back there, and then in this little slot like next to it, I'm just putting some of my really thin palettes, like my Dose of Colors and my Matte for Matte e.l.f. palettes and stuff like that. Those kind of slide perfectly over there. And then I mostly did face palettes here, so I have like a bunch of like bronzer palettes, my like shade and light palette, blush and highlight palettes. I just put like my big round bronzer and highlights there because like those are just such an awkward big size. I need to like never buy products in this big shape again because they're so annoying to store. They're just so bulky. And then this is just a whole pile of face palettes here, and then I started putting some more eyeshadow palettes over here. So basically these 2 drawers are gonna just be palettes. This will be small eyeshadow palettes and blush and bronzer palettes, and then highlight palettes, I guess, and then this will just be all eyeshadow palettes up here. I'm gonna see if I can kind of use up the rest of this space because there's still like a ton of room in this drawer. So I'm not sure if I'm doing it the most efficient way yet, but I mean, it's going good so far. Okay, I am pretty excited about how this drawer came out. It's like not over, I mean, it's pretty full, but it's not like overly full. There are definitely like some little gaps, and then even like at the top, like this drawer is not even like maxed out in terms of height, but they're all super accessible. I can just like slide them out. I can see most everything, and then the things I can't see, I can easily just kind of like shift stuff around to see. So it's really like efficiently packed in there, like little kind of jigsaw puzzle style, but it's not overly full. So I'm very happy with how that came out. I'm starting to fill the regular eyeshadow palettes. I started by putting a bunch of my Juvia's Place little square ones in the back because I don't reach for those a ton. I decided to put those in the back this time rather than my big ones because when you put these all the way in the back and then like shove the rest of the drawer full, it's impossible to grab these bigger palettes because they're all the way in the back and you have to take everything out to get to them. So I'm gonna try doing it this way to make it a little bit more accessible, and I don't really have a ton left to put in this drawer. So I think so far so good, but let me not speak too soon. I actually just did like the smartest thing ever just by like turning these palettes from this way to this way, these bigger ones. I just made it so much easier to, because like all these palettes are like kind of my longer like rectangular ones, like all my like Too Faced chocolate palettes and all the Anastasia palettes, and those are like needing to go this way. I was like, how is this gonna work? And now everything's just gonna line up. Oh my gosh, this is gonna work, y'all. I don't know how we did it, but we did it. Look at this, and it's so aesthetic. Like you can literally see every single palette in here. Well, you know, for the most part, there's obviously a couple Juvia's Place that are like buried back there. So easy, and I kind of organized it. These are my Lorac Pro palettes. These are all my Too Faced like chocolate palettes, and then these are all my Anastasia palettes. These are just some kind of miscellaneous, like the Jeffree Star, the Laura Lee. But look how like easy to see this is, and there's also a ton of space like right on top. So say for example, if like I get any other palettes that are small, that's just my phone, but for an example, like look how much room there is. I don't really want to lay palettes on top of these just because the whole purpose is to be able to see them and then just like grab them out. This is a perfect, I love the accessibility. I love how organized it is. It's very efficient, and same with this. So this worked out so super well. Literally every drawer of this is basically done except for the lip products. That's just gonna be its own project, and I'm feeling very, very accomplished right now. Plus now all the makeup is off the ground here, which is a huge accomplishment as well. All right, it is finally time to tackle this drawer, and then I will be completely done. This drawer is honestly a little bit intimidating because like it's like very deep and very full, and it goes all the way to the back. This is also like just a lot of lip products. Holy cow. That went actually a lot better than I thought. I have some down there that I'm getting rid of. Of course, I have some swatches on my hand. The lighting in here is just so awful. I'm so sorry. But I kept the same 3 little bins in here, but I just kind of reorganized them, sort of. So I kind of started off by using like this little tiny guy to do all my like kind of brighter colors. So as you can tell, I have like purples and oranges and pinks and just kind of like not my like everyday colors. And I thought I would do that, but then I ended up having a lot more like bright colors than could fit in there. So that's more just like my bright colors that are in like little like small tubes or bullet lipsticks. And then my other like brighter colors that are actually like kind of your standard size like longer liquid lipsticks I left with the rest of my liquid lipsticks. So pretty much all here and like right up here is liquid lipsticks, and then there's a couple here. There's also like 2 rows of like bullet lipsticks here, and these are for the most part obviously, other than like a couple and the ones that are over there, this is mostly more like everyday lip colors like nudes and just kind of like lighter browns and just like easier to wear lip colors than some of those bright ones. It's a little bit more organized, and I also feel like the fact that there's like rows now makes it just like a little bit easier to kind of move things around and pick out like what color you're looking for. It's just like not one giant mess. I have a couple of my MAC ones back there, so I feel like it's just a slightly more organized chaos. You can't see everything of course, but you can still move things around easily enough. And then this middle little guy is just all lip glosses, which believe it or not, I just don't really have like a ton of lip glosses. This one's almost gone. I used the crap out of this one. So this is just a whole bunch of mostly nude but also like color lip glosses. There's some reds and some pinks in here. So that's specifically glosses. I think I meant to put these in here. I think since I only have like a handful of lip pencils, I have like 3 or 4 lip pencils in my makeup drawer, and then I just have like this vampy one, this red one, and like this darker nude. So I think I'm just gonna do lip pencils and lip glosses in there. And then what I decided to do to kind of like make it fit as best as I could is I left the lipsticks that were still in their boxes. Like for whatever reason, sometimes I just don't take stuff out of their boxes. I decided to put those right here in the front of the drawer. So I decided to kind of use this space because this space was going to be kind of wasted otherwise, and they kind of jigsaw puzzled in here like perfectly. So I have 2 rows. I have a row down here that's pretty much all ColourPop like lip glosses, lipsticks. I have like one Anastasia one there, and then I have a couple just of colors and Smashbox. I feel like that kind of works. It's not like totally perfect. Still looks like a lot of lip products because it is, but it's definitely like an organized mess, and everything kind of like has its place. And I feel like I know, like when I go in this drawer, I'm gonna know where to reach a lot easier than I did before. Before it was literally just everything everywhere. Alrighty guys, well I think we did it. We didn't do a great job at decluttering, and by we I mean I didn't do a great job at decluttering. I didn't really get rid of a ton of stuff. I definitely did get rid of some stuff, don't get me wrong. I threw a good amount away, some I'm giving to my sister. I definitely could have done better, but I honestly feel like because I haven't really gone through that stuff in so long and haven't used a lot of it in such a long time, that before I get rid of anything, I kind of want to give the stuff that I kind of am on the fence about another try. Like I have a handful of stuff on my vanity that I'm not really like 100% sure if I want to keep or not. So like the last couple times I've gone ready, including today, I've just been kind of playing with it to see like, is this stuff any good? Do I like this stuff? Do I want to toss it? Do I want to give it to my sister and stuff like that? And then there's some things that are so low that I'm like, I just want to use this stuff up rather than like throw it away and waste it. So I've definitely gotten a lot out of those drawers, as y'all can tell. I honestly feel like, you know, that like cluttered space, cluttered mind sort of concept. I just feel like now that that is cleaned out and decluttered, I just have like a little bit of a weight lifted off of me, which is stupid because it's just a makeup collection. But just knowing that everything is organized and I actually like know what's in there, like I'm reacquainted with my collection, it just feels so good knowing that I can go in there and grab stuff and it's not a mess. I know where everything is. I'm so excited. I feel like organizing is just so satisfying, and it's just like such a relief when you're done. It's kind of enjoyable throughout the process, but the result is the most enjoyable part. If y'all haven't done this in a while to your makeup collection or your like makeup organization situation, here's your reminder. It's probably time to go through it and either get rid of stuff or just organize it, freshen it up, reacquaint yourself, all the things. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you enjoyed. If you would like to subscribe, we would love to have you. We have so much fun here. And until next time, I will see y'all in our next video. Bye guys.
Ventura Boulevard, and all the bad boys standing in the shadows, and the girl